What up, YouTube? How you guys doing today? It is Sunday, and it's kind of slow again. So, what a crazy couple days. What you guys think about the Tyson fight and Jake Paul? Yeah, I watched it, like a lot of people, millions of people around the world. And man, I had high hopes going into that thing. I'm a Tyson guy, so I thought it was. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be a quick knockout, but I thought the fight was going to be a lot better. Man, it sucked. Mike came out. Obviously, you guys have seen it, but Mike came out for the first, I don't know, minute of the first round, and looked like the old Mike Tyson. And then out of nowhere, he just stopped fighting, and he basically just tried to hold his ground for 8 rounds. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it was a fixed fight, and by the looks of it, it might have been. You never know. I mean, that was a $20 million payout for Tyson and $40 million for Jake Paul. So, and there's a lot of talk about that being a scam. But talking about scams, so DoorDash just got caught again stealing customers' tips. This isn't the first time it's happened. It happened about 2 years ago when it blew up and went to court, and there was a big settlement payout and stuff like that. I've actually have a little experience in this. This has happened to me a few times over the last couple months. And it's not an issue to where it's been happening for a long period of time. Typically when it does happen, it's when the app is down, and the apps, they're having issues with the app. One of the worst delivery I ever had was like 4 days ago, and the app was down, and I couldn't confirm that I was at the restaurant, and then the GPS took me to the wrong place, which I knew there was nothing there because it was taking me to a dirt field out in the country, and I know where the spot's at, so I knew that there was no Burger King there. So I ended up calling support, and they said that they couldn't cancel the order unless I canceled the order, but it would affect my my completion rate. And the Burger King that they wanted me to go to was completely on the other side of town, so it added like 8 miles to the pickup location, and the payout was only $4, and it was like $4 for like 3 miles, but now it's $4 for 8 miles, and the pay wasn't going to change. And I was a little upset about that, but I didn't want to affect my completion rate because I had some issues with my car the other day. My battery died, and I had to go warranty out the battery, and I had to cancel an order after I had already accepted it. So I was already at 98%, and so it put me into 97. And I didn't want to drop out of platinum, because if you drop out of platinum, it's going to be a nightmare getting back. And on top of that, there's no scheduling. Well, I mean, there is, but you only get to schedule 3 days out when you're on gold. And platinum, you get to schedule 6 days out, like you guys already know. But anyways, it took forever to get the order. It took like 45 minutes because they had to call the Burger King, confirm that the order was there. Then they had to call back and confirm that I picked up the order. And then they had to call back a third time to tell me that the order was confirmed, and that they confirmed it on their end so I could get directions. And for one order that was supposed to be 2 miles away for a $4 pay, ended up taking me like an hour and 20 minutes to get it delivered. It was a nightmare. And the guy I was delivering it to, he was a dasher, because he had texted me like, "Hey man, what's going on? I don't know what's going on, but I've been waiting for my food for 4 hours." And I told him, "Oh man, I just got the order a couple minutes ago." but I'll go pick it up right now and I'll get it delivered to you as soon as possible. And that's when he told me he was a Dasher and stuff like that. But I was talking to him, and he said, well, if you're going to go ahead and get it picked up and get it delivered, and it because I told him about the system being down and it being an issue getting to the pickup to the Burger King, and he said he was going to leave an extra tip, and I completed the order, got everything taken care of. He was cool about it. He was happy. And then I had to call DoorDash because there was only a $2 payout on that order, and it was like an hour and 20 minutes. But they told me that the pay was still going to be the same. There wasn't going to be they wouldn't add more money to it because their computers were down. I just needed to suck it up and get it delivered, which really did suck. But I ended up having to call back the fourth time because my tip didn't show up. Just a $2 base pay showed up, and I know that the guy left. He said he left like a $2 or $3 tip. That's why it was like $4 for 2 miles. But he left another $5 tip because of all the crap that I had went through to get his food delivered to him, and that didn't show up on it. And DoorDash basically said the system's broke. It didn't show up on your pay, but give it 24 hours and it'll be there tomorrow. And it never showed up, so it was like $7. And man, I avoid DoorDash support like the plague, so I don't call DoorDash support because I already know they're gonna just basically read me off a pre-scripted thing that they have to read off of a computer. It's always the same answer. If you have a certain question, they're going to have the same answer for you every single time you call in. So anybody who's worked for DoorDash for more than 24 hours already knows more than customer support does anyway, so there's no use in that. But there's been a big problem apparently with people all over the country having their tips taken. I guess it went to court, and they said that DoorDash needed to pay out $11 million, which DoorDash probably makes that in profit every single day with no problem, to be honest with you. So paying back $11 million, no telling how much they actually took, right? But that's just the cost of doing business with you. If you get away with $30 million and you only have to pay $10 million in fines, well, you still made $20 million, right? So, are you guys dealing with this? Have you guys had any of your tips or even base pay? Because my base pay didn't show up at first. I had to do 2 or 3 dashes, and then the base pay showed up on that one particular order. So have you guys had any of that kind of stuff happening to you? What market are you guys in? And how much money have you guys lost from stolen tips? And have you guys heard about all that kind of crazy stuff? Because I've been seeing it all over. I've been seeing a couple pretty popular DoorDash channels talking about it, and then I saw the court paperwork, people taking screenshots and putting it up, and I read some of that stuff. And but this is nothing new. Like I said, DoorDash has a history of stealing Dashers tips. So it's probably not going to be the last time it's going to happen, to be honest. It's probably going to happen again and keep happening, and they'll just have some kind of excuse for it. But and now and I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but now they're talking all over the country. DoorDash is implementing lower base pay again. Everyone's talking $1 base pay. But every time I see a screenshot of somebody talking about $1 base pay, it's always $2. So it looks like everybody's base pay got lowered to $2, not $1 like everyone's talking about. But it's been like that here in California since like April 17th, since the new tier program hit. Our base pay got lowered to $2. on stack, and everyone's talking it's only happening on stacked orders. Well, here in California it's happening on add-ons too. So if you're out picking up a delivery, they can add on another one, kind of like a stack, but you don't get it all at the same time. And I've had, in more times than not, those are all $2 base pays. I don't even take add-ons anymore, because they'll send you an extra 10 miles out, because I've had it happen, and that's why I stopped taking add-ons, because I've had a customer tip really, really well, only 2 miles away, and then they send you an extra 10 miles out, and come to find out there was no tip on that 10-mile order, and you only made a $2 base pay. So your round trip was $20 or 20 miles, and you only made $2. Yeah, not cool. And that was happening a lot to me, so I stopped taking add-ons. I'll do, you know, stacks if the money's to miles right, but I'm not going to do add-ons anymore. And it does suck, because you do get some pretty good add-on orders from time to time. You can make pretty good money taking add-ons, but in my market, the amount of add-on no tip orders that were only $2 base pay was so much that it was literally affecting my acceptance rate, to where it was putting me in jeopardy of going out of the platinum. And you know, I can't go out of platinum. I got to stay in the platinum program here in California, just so I can pre-schedule to make sure I get enough hours to work through the week. But with that being said, I yapped your guys' ear off, man. Sorry about that, but I thought it was something kind of interesting to talk about. You know, when there's stuff going on in DoorDash and it affects all of us, and I find it interesting, let's talk about it. You know, so that's what we're doing. Like I asked, has this happened to any of you guys? I'm kind of curious, because it's happened to me, and I know it's happened to other dashers in my area, because they've actually talked about it too. But I don't have that much experience with it, because it doesn't happen all the time. Very, very rarely does it happen, or has it happened to me, but it has happened. And that's a lot of money. If it happens to millions of dashers across the country, that's millions of dollars, if not multi-millions of dollars a day in profits, just from accidentally taking dashers tips and giving them a lower base pay. So how you guys' Sundays doing? Are you guys out there making money? Man, it is slow. I declined 2 orders last night, and the algorithm did not like that. My acceptance rate's at 96%, and I had enough in my acceptance rate to where I could decline some really bad orders. I'll take, like I said, I'll take no tip orders if they're not very far and it's slow, but I won't take upside down orders. And I did 2 last night, or declined 2 last night, and the first one was $8 for 14 miles, and I declined it, and they sent the same exact order back to me like 3 seconds later, and it was $8.25 for the same amount of miles. They just added 25 cents to it and sent it back to me, and I declined that, and then I just ended my dash, because I kind of didn't want to play those games last night with the algorithm. So it's been slow for me today. It seems like every time I decline multiple orders, it just kicks me out of the algorithm, and I got to sit around. So I'm probably going to take lunch here pretty quick, and then get back on the dinner shift and try to make some good money tonight. Evenings are always good. So until we meet again, friends, peace.